it's Jo. Welcome back to the Cat Scrappiness YouTube channel. This is our January release, day 2. I'll be using the Wonky Wavy Stitch Rectangle dies, the I Love You Shadow dies. Also, I'll be using the Wonky Wavy Stitched Heart dies, particularly just the small die, and then also the Stitch Scalloped Heart dies. And then for this day 2 release, I'll be featuring the Floral Heart die. Besides that, I'll be using 3 shaker fillers, 4mm metallic red hearts, new release purple heart sprinkles, and also the Lilac Jewels. So let's get this Valentine's Day card started. So my card base is A2 size, and that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And here is some gray polka dot cardstock that I cut using the Wonky Wavy Stitch Rectangle dies. This is the new release, the Floral Heart die. I cut it out of purple or lilac cardstock, and then the dies, the I Love You Shadow dies, I cut it out of white cardstock, and again the lilac. I cut white cardstock using the Stitch Scallop Heart dies. I used the largest of the hearts, and then the 2 smallest of the scalloped hearts. For the shaker portion of the card, I used the small Wonky Wavy Stitched Heart die, and then also the second to the smallest Stitch Scallop Heart die to make the frame, and also I used it for the base of the mini shaker that I will be making for the card. And then lastly, I cut it out of the lilac cardstock, and then also I used the smallest die for the Stitch Scallop Heart die. And yeah, so let's assemble this card. First, I will adhere the gray and white polka dot rectangle cardstock to the base of my card. Then I will get the heart die cut, the scalloped, and I will center it in the center of my card, and then I'll layer the floral heart die cut on the scalloped heart. The floral heart die cut doesn't actually fill up that whole scalloped heart, but it ends up being okay because I do layer the love sentiment at the bottom, and it covers that little gap. But I really like the scallop detail for the heart. Anyways, so I start adhering the floral die cut to my project using liquid glue. Here you can see I'm focusing most of the adhesive in the center of the flowers on that die cut, only because I will be adhering some of the lilac jewels in the center of those hearts, and I figured I might as well have some of the glue ooze out, and then I could use that glue to attach the jewels. And then here you can see I'm using the smallest size of the jewels that come in that pack, and I start putting it in the center of the flowers. I love the sparkle detail that the jewels give to this floral heart, and so now I'm going to adhere the love sentiment onto the love shadow die cut, and I'm just putting a little bit of liquid glue on 2 parts of the die cut. So I set it aside to dry, and then I go ahead and assemble one of the other heart embellishments. I layer these Wonky Wavy Stitched Heart die cut in lilac, and then I layer this mini scalloped heart, and then I use one of the purple heart sprinkles in the center of that heart. Now I'm going to start to put together the shaker portion of the card. Here I'm taking some liquid glue and applying it to the foam frame that I created, and applying it to the base of the shaker, and then I'm going to take the acetate sheet and apply it to the frame, the lilac frame that I cut out, and then I put a little bit of weight to the foam part just because I want to make sure that every part of that frame is sealed so that none of the shaker bits falls out. So after applying the acetate sheet, I go ahead and set that aside so that it can dry. And then next step, I get some foam adhesive tape and apply it to that lilac heart embellishment. And I kind of place it on the right side of the scalloped heart, and then I go ahead and attach it to the card. Next, I'll attach the shaker base to the card with some dry adhesive, and then I start filling it up with the purple heart sprinkles, the 4mm metallic heart sequins, and also the lilac jewels. I already mixed it up together right there. As far as the lilac jewels, some of them were facing down, so I decided to face them right side up since it is just a smaller shaker. It's not really going to move a lot, so I just wanted to make sure it looks all nice and pretty. So I adhere some liquid glue to the foam, and then I apply the cover for the shaker. And then again, I put a little bit of weight just to make sure that that whole shaker part of the front is sealed. Then lastly, I attach the love sentiment to the bottom of the card, and it's complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this card, and thanks for joining us for release day number 2. Make sure to come back tomorrow and join us for our January release day number 3. And thanks for watching. Bye.